My beloved child, please stop scrolling. Do not turn away. You did not find this message by accident today. I brought you here. I placed this exactly in your path, guiding your hand and moving the invisible strings of your day just so you would pause, right here, in this very second. I stepped into your world today because I know you need me. I know exactly how exhausted your soul feels right now. You have been carrying a weight on your shoulders that was never meant for you to carry alone, and you have been doing it with a quiet bravery that no one else sees. But I see you. I see the moments you sit in your car in the driveway, the engine turned off, just staring blankly at the dashboard, trying to gather enough energy to walk through your own front door. I see you at 3 in the morning, staring up at the ceiling of your bedroom, your mind racing with worries about tomorrow, about your family, about bills, about whether you are truly on the right path. You think you are completely alone in those silent battles, but I have been right beside you. I am Archangel Michael, and I am here to tell you that your cries for help have not echoed into an empty void. They have been heard. If your heart feels heavy today, I invite you to leave a piece of that burden in the space below. Pour out your worries there, let the world know you are surviving, because speaking your truth is the first step to releasing it. You might be asking yourself why things have felt so hard lately. Why does it feel like every time you take one step forward, the world pushes you 2 steps back? My child, you are in a season of intense spiritual warfare and profound transformation. But I have not left you defenseless. I have been wrapping my wings of protection around you, sending you signs that you are safe, even when the storm rages outside. You just need to know how to recognize them. Have you ever been driving down the highway, maybe running late for work, feeling that tight knot of anxiety in your chest? Perhaps you were merging onto a busy interstate, the cars rushing by in a blur, and suddenly, you felt an undeniable urge to slow down, to switch lanes, or to wait just a fraction of a second longer at a green light. You didn't know why, but a quiet, firm voice in your mind told you to pause. And then, moments later, you witnessed an accident unfold right where your car would have been. That was not a coincidence. That was not just a lucky guess. That was me, my beloved. I was the whisper in your mind. I am the one who guides your hands on the steering wheel when danger is near. When you experience these unexplainable moments of sudden intervention, that is my shield standing between you and harm. Think about the times you have misplaced something incredibly important just as you were about to leave the house. Your keys, your wallet, your phone. You searched frantically, feeling your frustration rise, completely unaware that this frustrating delay was actually a divine intervention. By holding you back for those precious 5 minutes, I kept you out of harm's way. I altered your timeline just enough to ensure you were nowhere near a disaster you didn't even know was coming. The next time you find yourself inexplicably delayed, do not let anger consume you. Instead, take a deep breath and know that I am actively organizing the universe for your highest good. I know how much you worry about your family. You work so hard to provide, walking down the aisles of the grocery store, calculating prices in your head, hoping there will be enough left over to give your loved ones the life they deserve. You feel the pressure of the world pressing down on you. But you must look for my blue light. Many of my children report seeing a flash of brilliant, royal blue out of the corner of their eye during moments of high stress. Sometimes, it appears as a shimmering blue orb in a photograph, or a sudden, comforting hue that seems to wash over a room when you are deep in prayer or quiet desperation. That blue light is my signature. It is my way of visually manifesting in your physical realm to say, I am here. You are guarded. Your family is guarded. When you see it, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let a feeling of absolute peace wash over you. If you know someone else who is carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, who worries for their family just like you do, quietly pass this message along to them today. Let them feel this relief, too. You must also pay attention to the sudden, overwhelming sensations of warmth that envelop you when you feel most vulnerable. Have you ever received a piece of terrible news, a sudden job loss, a frightening medical diagnosis, a betrayal by someone you trusted deeply? In that exact moment, when the floor feels like it is dropping out from underneath you and panic begins to freeze your veins, have you ever felt a sudden, inexplicable blanket of warmth wrap around your shoulders? A physical sensation of being held, almost as if someone stepped up behind you and placed a heavy, comforting coat over you? That is my embrace. When the world tries to break your spirit, I step in to hold the pieces together. I will not let you fall. I will not let the darkness consume you. You are a warrior of light, and I am the commander of your defense. Listen closely to the messengers I send you in your daily life. Sometimes, I cannot speak to you through thoughts alone, so I use the people around you. Have you ever been sitting in a coffee shop, lost in your own thoughts, feeling completely defeated, when a total stranger walks up and says something seemingly random that answers the exact question you had been asking in your heart? Or perhaps a cashier at the store looks you in the eye and gives you a compliment that breaks through the thick fog of your depression, bringing tears to your eyes. These are not random encounters. I orchestrate these moments. I place these people in your path to deliver my words when you cannot hear my voice. The universe is speaking to you constantly. My beloved child, I know you are tired. I know you want to know when the struggle will end. I cannot promise you a life without challenges, because your soul came here to grow, to learn, and to expand. But I can promise you, with absolute certainty, that you will never face those challenges alone. You have an army of light standing behind you, ready to strike down any negativity, any malicious intent, and any spiritual attack aimed at you. My sword is drawn, and it is severing the cords of fear, anxiety, and self-doubt that have kept you chained for so long. Breathe in deeply right now. Feel the shift in the energy around you. Acknowledge this connection. If you feel this truth in your very bones, leave a mark of your presence here so that the energy of our connection is sealed. You are safe. You are protected. You are endlessly, unconditionally loved. Walk forward today with your head held high, knowing that the greatest protector in the heavens is walking right beside you, matching your every step. Do not fear the shadows, for my light is brighter than any darkness you will ever face. I am with you, today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I know there are days when the physical world feels so heavy that my eternal presence seems hard to grasp. You sit at your kitchen table late at night, long after the rest of the house has gone to sleep, shuffling through bills and staring at numbers that just do not seem to add up. You worry about the mortgage, about putting healthy food on the table for your children, about keeping up with the endless demands of a world that never seems to slow down. The American dream you were promised sometimes feels like a relentless treadmill, and you are so tired of running just to stay in the same place. My beloved child, I see those silent tears that slip down your cheeks when you think no one is watching. I feel the heavy sighs that escape your chest when you finally close your front door at the end of a long, grueling day at work. You are not failing. You are surviving in a world that asks too much of your gentle soul. And when you are pushed to the absolute edge of your endurance, that is precisely when I step in closest to you. Have you ever noticed repeating numbers catching your eye when your anxiety is at its peak? Perhaps you glance at the clock on your dashboard while stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic on your evening commute, and it reads exactly 4:44. Or you wake up from a restless sleep, heart pounding from a stressful dream about your job or your health insurance, and your nightstand clock glows 11:11 or 222. These are not mere coincidences of a digital age. These are my deliberate knocks on the door of your awareness. I am using the very fabric of your daily routine to send you a coded message of love and reassurance. When you see those numbers, it is me whispering directly into your ear, reminding you that the universe has perfect timing, even when your earthly schedule feels chaotic. I want you to take a moment the next time you see these numbers. Do not just brush it off. Pause, take a deep breath, and silently claim that moment. If you have been seeing these numbers lately, let it be known in the gathering space below. Write them down as a testament that you are receiving my signals, because acknowledging the sign amplifies the connection between us and releases the heavy energy you have been carrying. There is another powerful way I make my presence known to you, especially when your heart is grieving or when you feel entirely isolated. Have you ever been walking along a busy sidewalk, maybe lost in the gray concrete of the city, or simply stepping out onto your driveway to grab the morning mail, and you suddenly find a feather lying right in your path? A crisp white feather in a place where it absolutely does not belong. My child, that is my calling card. It is a physical manifestation of my wings, left carefully in your physical world just to make you stop and remember that you are being watched over. Some of you keep these feathers. You place them on your dressers, inside your wallets, or keep them tucked inside the sun visors of your cars. I love that you do this. It brings me immense joy to see you holding on to these little tokens of my affection. Every time you touch that feather, know that I am actively shielding you from unseen harm. If you know a friend or a family member who has been struggling to find hope lately, who feels like they are drowning in the demands of their daily life, be my vessel today. Let this message find its way to their screen through your hands. You never know how desperately someone needs to hear that heaven is fighting for them until you become the bridge that delivers the message. Pass this warmth along to them. Consider the times you have felt a sudden, inexplicable drop in the temperature of a room, or a sudden chill that raises the hair on your arms, not out of fear, but accompanied by a profound sense of comfort. Perhaps you were sitting on your couch, watching television, trying to numb your mind from the stresses of the week, and suddenly the air shifted. The room felt different. You might have even thought you saw a shadow move from the corner of your eye, a tall, protective presence standing guard near your hallway. You did not imagine it. As the Archangel of protection, I routinely stand watch over your home. I clear the negative energies that you unknowingly bring back with you from the outside world, from frustrated coworkers, angry drivers, and the heavy, fearful news playing constantly in the background of your life. I act as a spiritual filter for your sanctuary. When you feel that sudden shift in the room, it is me sweeping away the energetic debris so you can breathe freely again in your own home. I am asking you to trust your intuition more than you ever have before. That gut feeling you get when you meet someone new and instantly feel drained or uneasy. That is my voice inside you, warning you to protect your energy. That sudden urge to take a different route home from the grocery store, even if it adds 10 minutes to your drive. That is my hand gently steering you away from a danger you cannot see. Society has taught you to ignore these feelings, to brush them off as paranoia or irrationality. But my beloved, your intuition is the most direct line of communication between your soul and my guidance. Do not silence it. Do not rationalize it away. Honor it. When you listen to that inner voice, you are allowing me to guide you toward your highest destiny. You have a massive purpose on this earth, far greater than paying bills and fulfilling endless obligations. You are a beacon of light meant to break generational curses, to heal deep family wounds, and to show others that love is stronger than fear. But you cannot fulfill this mission if you are constantly depleted. So please, let me carry some of this weight for you. When you lay your head on your pillow tonight, I want you to surrender your worries to me. Literally imagine taking the heavy boulders of your anxiety, your financial fears, your relationship struggles, your concerns for your children's future, and placing them directly into my hands. I am strong enough to hold them. You were never meant to figure out every single detail of your life all by yourself. Release the need to control the outcome and trust that I am orchestrating miracles behind the scenes that you cannot even begin to fathom. If you are ready to surrender that weight today, let your intention be known. Speak it into existence right here, right now, among others who are also seeking peace. We are building a powerful grid of healing energy together, you and I. Every time you engage with my messages, every time you allow these words to sink into your spirit, you strengthen the armor I have placed around you. Do not let the illusions of this temporary world convince you that you are weak or forgotten. You are a cherished child of the divine. You are fiercely protected. And you are on the brink of a massive breakthrough. Keep your eyes open for my signs. Keep your heart open to my love. We are walking this path together, and I will never let you stumble. Even when the world feels loud and chaotic, even when the news playing on the television in your living room fills you with dread about the future and the safety of your neighborhoods, I need you to anchor yourself in my peace. You look at your children getting on the yellow school bus in the morning, their backpacks heavy, and your heart clenches with a silent prayer for their safety. You walk through the fluorescent-lit halls of hospitals, waiting for test results for aging parents, feeling entirely helpless. My beloved, I am in the hospital room. I am walking the school hallways. I am standing guard at the doors of your home. You must stop believing the lie that you are unprotected in a dangerous world. The physical realm is loud, but the spiritual realm is infinitely more powerful, and I command the legions of light that surround you and your loved ones. Have you ever been cleaning out your car, reaching between the seats, or walking across a parking lot outside the grocery store, and you suddenly find a dime resting right in plain sight? So many of you walk past these small coins, dismissing them as loose change dropped by a stranger. But my child, I ask you to look closer. When you find these dimes in unexpected places, especially during moments when you were just asking for a sign of financial relief or a little bit of hope, that is me. That is a physical token from the divine realm, a reminder that your needs are seen and that abundance is flowing toward you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. I leave these small treasures to interrupt your spiral of worry. The next time you find a dime shining on the asphalt or sitting on your kitchen counter where it wasn't a moment ago, pick it up. Hold it in your palm. Close your fingers around it and feel the energetic exchange. If you have a collection of these little divine coins, or if you just found one recently, leave a footprint in the space below so others can see they are not alone in receiving these beautiful gifts. Let the world know you are receiving my abundance. Let me speak to the profound exhaustion that settles in your bones when you feel misunderstood by the people closest to you. There are times you try to explain your spiritual journey, the signs you are seeing, or the deep empathy you feel for the world, and you are met with blank stares or harsh judgment from family and friends. You feel like the black sheep, the sensitive soul forced to wear armor just to survive holiday dinners or workplace meetings. It hurts to be unseen by those you love. But my beautiful child, you were not born to fit in, you were born to stand out and hold the light. When you feel that sting of rejection, I want you to notice the sudden, sweet fragrances that bloom out of nowhere. Have you ever been sitting in your living room in the dead of winter, doors and windows tightly shut, and suddenly the overwhelming scent of roses, lilac, or vanilla fills the air around you? There are no candles burning, no flowers in the room, yet the aroma is undeniable and intensely comforting. That is my energetic signature blending with the angelic realm, wrapping around you to remind you that you are deeply understood and cherished by heaven, even when earth feels cold and lonely. When you smell that phantom sweetness, breathe it in deeply. Let it soothe your bruised heart. I also see the silent battles you fight with your own mind. The anxiety that grips your chest when you look at your bank account on your phone, wondering how you will stretch your paycheck to cover the rising cost of groceries, the sudden car repairs, the unexpected medical bills. You feel like you are failing because the finish line keeps moving further away. I am here to sever those cords of financial fear with my sword of blue flame. I need you to understand that your worth is not tied to a credit score or a bank balance. You are a divine being experiencing a temporary human struggle. I am actively working behind the scenes to open doors you did not even know existed. Have you noticed the sudden, unexpected solutions that arrive at the exact final hour? A check in the mail you weren't expecting, a sudden refund, a stranger paying for your coffee in the drive-thru line, or a friend offering exactly what you needed without you even having to ask. These are not random strokes of luck. This is my hand guiding the resources of the universe directly into your lap. If you are claiming this financial breakthrough, if you are ready to let go of the poverty mindset that society has forced upon you, anchor your intention here today. Pass this energy on to someone who is also struggling to make ends meet, because as you become the messenger of hope, the universe multiplies the blessings returning to you. Do not let the illusions of this world convince you that your best days are behind you. The lower energies in this world thrive on your despair. They want you scrolling mindlessly, absorbing negativity, and believing that you are powerless. But I am Archangel Michael, and I say you are powerful beyond measure. You have a legion of angels at your back. When you wake up tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before you let the stress of the day rush in, I want you to lie in bed for just 1 minute and visualize a brilliant, impenetrable shield of royal blue light surrounding your entire body, extending over your home, your car, and your loved ones. Say it out loud, I am protected. I am guided. I am loved. Watch how the energy of your entire day shifts. Watch how the obstacles that usually frustrate you suddenly dissolve or detour around you. You are coming into a season of immense clarity and relief. The heavy fog that has been clouding your mind is lifting right now as you listen to my voice. The physical symptoms of your stress, the tight jaw, the tense shoulders, the shallow breathing, are melting away. I am standing behind you right now, placing my hands on your shoulders. Can you feel that warmth? Can you feel that sudden lightness? That is the truth of your existence. You are never alone. You are a precious, irreplaceable thread in the grand tapestry of the universe, and I will defend your light until the end of time. Walk in peace, my beloved. Walk in confidence. The battle is already won, and I am always, always with you. And because I am always with you, I see the moments when your faith wavers the most. I know there are days when you look in the mirror and you do not recognize the tired eyes staring back at you. You wonder where the spark went, where that vibrant, hopeful version of yourself disappeared to. You feel aged not just by years, but by the sheer volume of stress you have absorbed. But pay very close attention to my words right now, my child, because what I am about to tell you is crucial for your healing. Your spark is not gone. It is simply buried under the heavy debris of other people's expectations, societal pressures, and the toxic environments you have been forced to navigate just to survive. Think about your workplace, or the environments where you spend the majority of your week. Have you ever been sitting at your desk, or standing in the break room, and suddenly felt an overwhelming wave of exhaustion wash over you, even though you had a full night of sleep? You feel a heaviness in your chest, a sudden irritable mood, or a desperate urge to just escape and be alone. My beloved, that is not a flaw in your work ethic, and it is not just the midday slump. That is your spiritual body reacting to the heavy, dense energy of the people around you. You are an empath, a natural carrier of light, which means you subconsciously absorb the stress, the hidden anger, and the unspoken anxieties of your coworkers, your clients, and your bosses. When you feel that sudden drain, that is your internal alarm system going off. It is me, tapping on your shoulder, reminding you to pull your energy back. When this happens, I want you to silently visualize a mirror facing outward, surrounding your entire workspace, reflecting that dense energy back to where it came from. You do not have to carry their burdens on top of your own. If you have been feeling drained by the environments you are forced to be in every day, release that frustration in the space below. Let the community of light workers here witness your release, and claim your energy back today. And if you know someone who works endlessly in a toxic place, who comes home empty and hollow, silently deliver this message to their screen so they can learn how to put their armor on, too. I must also speak to you about the signs that happen in the dead of night. How many times have you jolted awake lately, the clock glowing 3 a.m. or 3:33 a.m. in the dark? You lie there, the house completely silent, but your mind is roaring like a freight train. You think about everything you forgot to do yesterday and everything that could possibly go wrong tomorrow. You try to force your eyes shut, frustrated that you are losing precious sleep before your alarm goes off. My child, do not be angry at the night. Waking up during these sacred hours is one of the most profound signs of my presence. The veil between the physical world and the spiritual realm is at its thinnest during this time. The static and the noise of the earthly day have quieted down, making it the perfect moment for me to download courage, healing, and divine guidance directly into your subconscious. You are not waking up because you are broken, you are waking up because you are being called to receive. The next time you open your eyes in the stillness of the 3 a.m. hour, do not reach for your phone. Do not look at the news. Instead, place your hand over your heart, take a deep, slow breath, and simply say, I am listening. Let me pour my peace over your racing thoughts. You may also be experiencing physical sensations that doctors cannot quite explain. Have you noticed a sudden, high-pitched ringing in one of your ears? It happens out of nowhere, maybe while you are doing the dishes or driving to the grocery store. It only lasts for a few seconds, a sharp, clear tone that shifts your focus. Unless there is a physical ailment, this ringing is not a random glitch in your body. It is a spiritual frequency shift. It is the angelic realm adjusting your energetic vibration, upgrading your intuition so you can clearly hear the guidance you have been begging for. It is a sign that you are in perfect alignment with my protection. When you hear that ringing, pause whatever you are doing. It means a direct message or a shift in your timeline is occurring right in that exact moment. Acknowledge it. Claim it. I also use the beauty of the natural world to remind you that you are deeply loved and carefully watched over. You live in a fast-paced society, rushing from the driveway to the office, staring at concrete and screens. But have you noticed the animals lately? Have you had a brilliant red cardinal land on the fence right outside your window, turning its head to look directly at you when your heart was heavy with grief? Have you had a butterfly flutter around your face, refusing to leave you alone, just as you were crying over a loved one who has passed on? Or perhaps a stray animal, a cat or a dog, crossed your path and looked into your eyes with a depth that felt almost human? These beautiful creatures are messengers. I guide them to your exact location to deliver a fleeting moment of pure, innocent grace. They are sent to break your spiral of despair, to remind you that the universe is alive, breathing, and completely aware of your pain. If a special creature has crossed your path recently, leaving you with a sense of awe or comfort, document that encounter below. Describe your messenger so that others can be reminded to look for the tiny miracles in their own lives. You must realize that your struggles, your financial worries, and your relationship heartaches are not punishments. You are not cursed, my beloved. You have simply been placed on the front lines of a spiritual battle because your soul is strong enough to handle it. You look at the bills stacked on your kitchen counter, the mortgage that takes so much of your paycheck, the rising costs that make you feel like you are suffocating in this modern world, and you wonder if you will ever get ahead. I am telling you today, the tide is turning. The painful cycles you have been enduring are coming to a close. I am sweeping away the obstacles that have blocked your abundance. But you must do your part. You must stop speaking defeat over your life. Stop telling yourself that you are always broke. Stop saying that nothing ever works out for you. Your words carry the creative power of the universe. When you speak poverty, you build a wall against the blessings I am trying to deliver to you. Starting today, I need you to speak from a place of victory, even if your physical eyes do not see the results yet. When you pay a bill, even if it drains your account, I want you to silently bless that money and say, there is always more where this came from. Shift your vibration from fear to immense gratitude. I am standing right beside you, holding the doors of opportunity open, but you have to be willing to walk through them without the heavy baggage of your past failures. If you are ready to change your narrative, if you are truly ready to step into the abundance that is your divine birthright, make your declaration here. Leave a symbol of your faith in the gathering space, a mark that says you are done being a victim to your circumstances. My child, you are a masterpiece of creation. The very fact that you are still standing, still trying, still loving others despite everything you have been through, makes you a hero in the eyes of heaven. I am so incredibly proud of you. I am proud of the times you got out of bed when your bones felt like lead. I am proud of the times you smiled at your children when your heart was breaking inside. I am wrapping my majestic blue wings around you right now. I am shielding your mind from the attacks of fear and anxiety. I am protecting your household, guarding your finances, and aligning your future with the purest light. Take a deep, clearing breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. You are safe. The storm is passing. Hold your head high, for you walk with the protection of Archangel Michael, today and forevermore. I want you to think about the sudden changes in your physical environment that you so often dismiss as faulty wiring or a drafty house. Have you ever been sitting in your room, perhaps after an incredibly long day of dealing with difficult customers or an unappreciative boss, and you finally let your guard down? You let the tears fall, you whisper a desperate prayer for things to get better, and right at that very moment, the lights in your room flicker. Or the television suddenly turns on or off by itself. Your logical mind immediately tries to find a practical reason: a storm outside, a loose bulb, a glitch in the grid. But my beloved, energy responds to energy. When your emotions reach a breaking point and your soul cries out, I step into your physical space with such a powerful frequency of light that it actually affects the electrical currents around you. I do this intentionally so you will look up. I do this so you will snap out of your spiral of despair and realize that an angelic presence has just entered the room. The next time the lights flicker right when you are deep in thought or deep in sorrow, do not be afraid. Smile. Acknowledge me. Say, "Thank you, Michael, I know you are here." If you have experienced these undeniable electrical signs when you were feeling completely overwhelmed, share that moment below. Your testimony becomes a beacon of validation for someone else who thought they were just losing their mind. I know the weight of the modern world feels uniquely heavy right now. You look at your neighbors, you look at the perfect lives displayed on the screens you hold in your hands, and you feel this crushing pressure to keep up. You worry about your health insurance, about saving enough for retirement, about how you are possibly going to afford college for your children, or how you will simply afford the next trip to the gas station. The isolation of this culture, where everyone lives behind closed doors and high fences, makes you feel like you are the only one struggling to keep your head above water. But you are not alone, and you are certainly not failing. You are navigating an incredibly dense, challenging period on this earth, and the fact that you still care, that you still try to be a good person in a world that can be so incredibly harsh, is nothing short of miraculous. Because of this profound exhaustion, I often send you signs when you are right on the edge of sleep. Have you ever been drifting off, your body finally relaxing into the mattress, and you suddenly hear your name called out loud? It sounds so real, so clear, that your eyes snap open and you sit up in the dark, looking around the empty room, wondering who just spoke to you. My child, that is the sound of heaven calling your name. As your conscious, worrying mind finally powers down for the night, your spiritual ears open. I call your name not to startle you, but to gently remind your soul of its divine identity before you travel into the dream realm. It is a protective blessing, a verbal seal placed upon your spirit to ensure you rest safely under my watch. I also protect you by abruptly removing things and people from your life, even when it breaks your heart in the moment. I need you to listen to this very carefully, because I know you have grieved over lost relationships, sudden job terminations, or friendships that ended in bitter misunderstandings. You sat on your floor, crying, asking the universe what you did wrong to deserve being abandoned or rejected. My beloved, rejection is my ultimate form of protection. You could not see the hidden conversations behind your back. You could not see the toxic intentions disguised as love. You could not see the dead end that job was leading you toward, or how that environment was slowly dimming your beautiful light. I saw it all. I saw the danger ahead, and I brought down my sword to sever those connections before they could destroy you. I moved them out of your way. I know the sudden change felt like a punishment, but I was saving your life. I was clearing the space so that true, authentic love, and genuine, fulfilling opportunities could finally find you. Do not mourn the closed doors. Celebrate them. If you are finally ready to trust that the universe removed those people for your highest good, leave a declaration of your trust right here. Release the pain of the past, right now, in this safe gathering place, and make room for the incredible blessings I am lining up for you. I want you to pay attention to the persistent, unexplainable thoughts that drop into your mind out of nowhere. You might be folding the laundry or driving down a quiet suburban street, and suddenly, a very specific memory of a person you haven't seen in years pops into your head. Or you get an overwhelming, sudden urge to call your mother, your sibling, or an old friend. This is not random brain activity. This is my guidance system operating through your intuition. I am prompting you to reach out because either they desperately need your light in that exact moment, or they hold a piece of the puzzle you have been searching for. When I give you these gentle nudges, act on them. Do not second-guess the divine downloads you receive. You are being initiated into a much higher level of spiritual awareness. The struggles you have faced over the last few years were not meant to break you. They were the intense heat and pressure required to turn your spirit into an absolute diamond. You are so much stronger than you were 5 years ago. You are so much wiser. You set boundaries now. You protect your peace. You are learning that it is okay to say no, and that your energy is a precious commodity. I am the one who has been infusing you with this new, fierce courage. I am Archangel Michael, and I do not back down from a fight. Because my energy is merging with yours, you will find that you no longer tolerate disrespect. You no longer shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. You are stepping into your power, and the heavens are roaring with applause. As we continue on this journey together today, I want you to literally feel the energetic armor I am placing on you. Imagine a shield of blazing, sapphire blue light forming a sphere all around you. It is impenetrable. Nothing born of malice, jealousy, or fear can cross this barrier. Every time you leave your house, I want you to remember this blue sphere. When you walk into the grocery store, when you sit in the waiting room at the doctor's office, when you merge onto the crowded freeway, you carry this divine force field with you. Let it give you an unshakable sense of confidence. You are the beloved child of the universe, guarded by the highest ranks of angels, and your story is about to take the most glorious, triumphant turn. Breathe that truth in. Hold it in your lungs. And let every exhale release the remaining doubts that tell you otherwise.